All right, so this is going to be our lecture number 35, and in this particular video we will be solving some DS questions, and you may be aware about that we have already covered our pattern series. So I have covered almost 20 patterns in that series. So if you are interested in the pattern series also, then you should watch that, those program first. And now I will be discussing from now onwards we will be discussing the DSA questions. So let's see what we are going to see today. So the question is, we have problem. Let us say we are given a number 1 2 3 4 7 3 9. Along with that we are also given one more number, let's say 3. So now what we have to do, we have to determine how many times this number is being appeared in this, how many times this digit is uh, existed. So if you look at here, we have 3 here, we have 3 here, we have 3 here. So what would be the answer for this? 3. Let me explain again. Let us say we have been given a number 7799239, and we have to we are supposed to calculate the digits or the frequency for 9 in this number. So what would be the answer? So we have 3 here, we have 9 here, we have 9 here, also we have 9 here. So the answer would be 3. So that's all we have to do in this question. So I hope you got the problem statement, what we have to do exactly. So let us see how we will be able to build the logic for this one. So if we have to get, or if we have to get the each digit of any number, let's say 1 2 3 4 5 6 6 7. So if you need each digit of this number, then what you have to do, I have already discussed this approach in my previous videos, and that video you will find in the basic questions of DSA, which I have covered before patterns. So you would find there. So how do we get each digit of any number? We just take remainder of this. Let us say we have 1 2 3, and if I take remainder of this by 10, then we would get 3. And if we would take remainder of 12 with 10, then we would get 2. And if we get remainder of 1 with 10, then we would get 1. So that's how we by taking remainder of any digit by 10, you would get the last digit. So this is the logic for getting the last digit. So now the logic is, let's say we have number 1 2 3 4 5. What we will do, we will take each digit of this number and we'll compare with k. If this digit is equal to this one, then we'll increase our counter. Let's say the initially counter would be 0. So if we found this digit is equal to k, then we would increase the counter. So nothing difficult in this particular question. Let me directly code it up. So what we have done till now, we have taken an input from the user, let's say 1 2 3 5. So what I have to do, I have to get each digit of this number. So how do we get the digit of this number? Let's say I will take the remainder of n by 10. Let us say the value for n is 1 2 3 4 5 3 4 5. Let's say we have this. Fine. So if I take remainder of this by 10, then what will you get? We would get 5. Fine. So that is the logic that I want to use in this particular program. So and we will do this process till this number is not reduced to 0. Let's see what I am going to write here. While n, which is our number, is greater than 0, till then we'll take the remainder. Let's say this is remainder. Fine. So this time, let us say what it will print in the, or what it would store in the remaining variable. So we don't need this anymore. So it will take remainder of 1 2 3 4 5 5 with 10. So in the remainder we would get 5. So next time what we have to do, we do not have to take the remainder of full number. This time we just have to take the remainder of this number. We will include this 5. And how do we include this? I mean the last digit of any number, we just divide the number by 10. So this is how we used to divide the number by 10 and assigning the result into n again. So this is how we will do it. And while after taking the remainder, what we will do, we will check if our remaining is equal to k. So I have not taken input from user for k value. Let's say this is the k. So, and I have to initialize a variable also. Let's say count. If we found remainder is equal to k, then we just have to increase the counter. Fine. So this would give us the frequency of any number in the given number, and we would print the count here. So nothing difficult in this particular program. Let me give it a run. Fine. So let me enter 1 2 3 4 5 3 3 and I will search for 3. So what you are expecting, we would get the answer. We would get 3 as output. So you can see I am getting the 3 answer. Let me run it again also. This time I want to enter sorry, we have an error in this, not in the program, in the VS Code only. So I will enter 1 2 3 5 8 and I will search. Okay, so it is giving exception to us because this number is not lies in the range of integers. That's why it is not able to convert. So I will enter a smaller number. Let's say 55568 and I will search for 5. So 6 times 5 is appears in this particular number. So we are getting the correct output. So I hope you understand the logic behind this, how to calculate the frequency for any number in a given number. So that was the logic for this. And if you find any difficulty in this, then please comment down below. I will reply there. And if you like this video, then hit the like button. And if you are new to this channel, then you should subscribe to the channel also, because I'm going to upload more videos on the topic of DSA. So we'll see you in the next video. Thank you.